Hello and welcome to this afternoon taste challenge. Another warm day in January, winter 2022 23. Yes, we did have some freezing days, three, three nights where it got below 32, down to 24 for hours. So we had to protect the pipes and all. But mostly it's been, yeah, a lot of days it's been like 70 to 80, up to 80 degrees. 60 overnight. All right. Anyway, we have two Canadian blended whiskeys. This is Caliber. Kind of strange because the trademark says it's owned by Walmart Apollo. I think Walmart Apollo is their legal registered with the U.S. Trade, Patent Office thing. But it's not just sold by them. I mean, Walmart sells it. Caliber Canadian blended whiskey introduced in 2004. But I see that the Iowa Liquor Control Board sells it. I think Iowa is one of those. Iowa is one of those control states where you have to buy any liquor from the government. There's a socialist state. Alabama is I guess you call it a I don't know the whole standard names for a semi-controlled state where the government sets the price. So every store that sells anything is going to be the same price. And Louisiana is mostly an uncontrolled state where everybody sells this stuff. So I bought the original bottle I bought at Walmart, and then I bought this at Rouse's, which is a grocery store chain in Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama. So I know Rouse's is not owned by Walmart. It could be a situation where Walmart owns the trademark, but they let other people buy it, maybe paying a small fee, a percentage. Could be. I'm sure they're not going to pay too much. Rouse's had this on closeout for an insanely low price of $5 a bottle for a handle. $5 a bottle for a handle. Now, I'm not making that up. It's the truth. IWA, it says bottled by IWA Distilling of Louisville, Kentucky. Well, their office is in Louisville, but their bottling plant is in Frankfort, Kentucky, and that's Buffalo Trace. So IWA Distilling is really just Buffalo Trace, one of their trade names. So it's got a crown with two maple leaves, and nothing says royalty like a plastic bottle. Walmart has this for $10.96, which comes out to $4.70 a bottle, regular size. A smooth and mellow blend from our master distillers. It is smooth and mellow. It's purple because it's royalty. They're trying to, who they're trying to, who they're trying to. All right. I mean, all the years I've been looking at this, the price never changed, even with inflation, because they probably had it they were probably getting it so low that they didn't have to change it. All right, but anyway, that's a great deal. So can you buy Canadian blended whiskey for less than $5? Yes. Less than $5 a bottle if you convert to this handle. You understand what I'm saying? If you just say, no, I only want the 750 milliliter, okay, you're going to pay $5.96. Still cheap as heck. Okay, the competitor, I don't know why Walmart went up to $38.95. $38.95. But when I bought it a few months ago, I bought it in 2022. It was $34.95, so it really went up. But I see a whole cabinet full. I was over there this morning buying not liquor, t-shirts, but they had a cabinet full of this stuff. I said, well, maybe they went up on the price because it was selling like crazy, or they just took advantage of inflation, or the inflationary problems caused them to have to go up. I don't know, but I know Total Wine had it for $33.95. You, Bubba, again, yeah, sound like a nice deal overall. Yeah, I'm back. Just tasting a little bit, and a little bit, and a little bit, and a little bit. You know what I mean? But some people say it was introduced in 2014. That could be true. I never could find an official date, so I'm not going to post it. I know this was 2004, though. This I know. Does it come in glass? Don't believe so. It's like really low grade. I'm gonna double check Total Wine and More right now. If that price went up in a week, I wouldn't be irritated, but I'd be shocked and angry at certain government officials. Okay, same price, $33.99, $33.99. So Walmart just is taking advantage of the popularity here. It says an exceptional blend of 50 of Crown Royal's finest whiskeys finished in cognac casks for an extraordinarily complex and smooth whiskey. I don't know if it's extraordinary, but I mean, it's good. Enjoy the elegantly delicious balanced flavor with hints of vanilla, spice, and rich dried fruit. Best neat or on the rocks. In other words, don't buy this and mix it in a cocktail, you fool. Let me see what. Yep, $23.93, $23.99 for regular Crown Royal. A smooth blend of 50 distinct full-body whiskeys. Now, see, the Crown Royal website doesn't say that anymore. They used to say they use 50 different whiskeys. When I check later, they don't say that anymore. That's kind of weird, huh? Okay. Forgot my glasses. They're clean, and I washed them just 3 hours ago. All right, so where I don't know what states y'all live in, North Carolina, whatever, Iowa, but you can find this around. I wouldn't go looking for it, of course, but you might see it. And yeah, I mean, if you get it for a really low price, buy it. I got it for a really low price, which is why I bought it. Okay. It is on par with the other Sazerac products, so that's the deal. That's all I need. I'm not going to buy Canadian Hunter. I'm not going to buy Rich and Rare. I'm not going to buy Canadian Limited. I'm not going to buy Canadian Lake. I'm not going to buy Canadian Leaf. I'm not going to buy well, Royal Canadian is a little different, so I shouldn't include that one. But all of these that I name, I'm not going to buy those when they don't taste really any different than this. I'm not saying it's the same product in different bottles. It could be. I don't know that. I'm not saying that. They do taste very similar. But yeah, I'm going to get this because it's $10.96. Or in my case, when I went to Rouse's, just stumbled across it that day, $5. $5 for a handle, not a regular bottle. I'd be excited for $5 for a regular bottle. $5 for a handle. And then the girl was trying to ring it up 2 for $5 at the register because it wouldn't scan when she did it. I said, "What are you doing?" She said, "Well, it's 2 for $10." So she's ringing up for $2.50 each. I said, "Well, 2 for $10 is $5. It's not 2 for $5." I was getting 2 at $5, and she got confused. I was looking at her like, "Oh," she was like, "Oh." I don't know if she ever understood, but so she rang them up at $5 a piece. $2.14 for a regular bottle of whiskey. I'm not joking, really. All right, so I poured it, and you see it's what's that color? Amber, light amber. Yeah, gold, amber, amber, gold. Yeah. Do they add caramel coloring? I'm thinking so. There's no age statement though. I don't know how old. I would think 3 years. If it's 4, I'd be shocked, but I guess it's within the realm of possibility. They don't even have a back label. It's all on the front. Now this one, there's no age statement here either, but it's called XO and cognac brandy. Some of y'all know it's a class of brandy that's a grade of brandy, not a class, a grade, because a class would be like apple brandy or raw brandy, or what do you call it, unrefined brandy. A grade of brandy, cognac brandy, XO is usually aged 6 to 10 years. If you go to the grocery store in Louisiana, when I say go to the grocery store, I mean to the liquor store, because in Louisiana, grocery stores sell liquor if they want to get a license, which most do. And usually they're just on the aisle. Like you go down the aisle and the liquor's just on the shelf. Like if you went to the store and bought a box of cereal, cornflakes, it's not like it's behind a counter where you tell the clerk, oh, give me that. It's just on the shelf, you know. At least where I live. Now, if you go into some parts where the people be stealing all the time. Now, this one's darker, copper. Then they'll have it behind the shelf and they be stealing, you know. But, you feel me? But, I think I was going to say, I can't remember what I was going to say. If you go down the liquor aisle, they, you just grab it off the shelf and they have really low prices, and you'll see discount tags all the time. And that's what happened at Rouse's. They had it on the counter though, like on a little bar area. I don't know. They got rid of that. They kind of reformulated their area. All right. Now, Winn-Dixie, they don't put it on the shelf. Well, they do and they don't. They do, but you got to walk through this little area where the little turnstile opens, and you go in and it closes. Or it probably clicks a camera, and and then when you come out, it opens again. So I'm like, yeah, it's probably not a bad idea. I was at Walmart this morning, and like I told you, and I was really impressed by their selection. It's very big and it's bountiful. So I don't really need to go anywhere else to buy stuff, but I mean, I do it just because it's fun to go check other places. But this Walmart here, if I just shop there, I'd never run out. I mean, I really wouldn't. I mean, no, I wouldn't run out. No, not in any reasonable amount of time. Craft Beer Tasker says, I envy the freedom localities that don't act as liquor Nazis like here in Pennsylvania. Yeah, I've been to Pennsylvania. I bought beer, and just buying a single can of beer in Pennsylvania was like a chore with this National Socialism that they have. The girl at the grocery store was like, are you buying this beer? I'm like, yeah. Okay, proceed here. Stand here. And she puts it in the bag and she folds the bag over and she staples it. I'm like, was this some kind of other world? It was another world. It was Pennsylvania. It's like a different world for me. But I got a kick out of it. I was like, okay. Over here, they half the time they don't even check your ID. They do sometimes. Just depends who's checking you out. They'll check, but they don't usually. Pennsylvania, like, we want your birth certificate, your social security number, your ID, your fingerprints. Where were you born? What is your political party? I can tell you what store that was. I can tell you what highway it was on. All right. Tell you what shopping center it was at. All right. Anyway, this smells like fermented and distilled cereal grains. And I'm not saying that to be flip or ugly. It just smells like corn, rye, maybe wheat, probably barley, maybe a little vanilla flavoring. And some oak, and it's got to be the caliber. It's got to be. It's just got to be. Yeah, this smells like wood saturated with whiskey. It's got to be the Crown Royal XO. It's just got to be. It's just got to be. I guess it's better. It better be better for $35. And this cost me $5 for the handle. Now, it's an unusual situation. I'm not going to say, like, oh, yeah, you just go to the liquor store in Louisiana all the time and they got handles of whiskey for $5. No. That was a one-time thing. But I couldn't get over it. $10. I got two handles. I think I still have the other one in the closet. It's never been opened. Let me look. Oh, well, hold on a second. I don't know why I was reaching in the wrong area. Yeah, look. See, I didn't make it up. I think I'd have bought these for the regular price. Look, so this cost me $10 plus tax. So basically $11 for these two bottles. It's not bad, though. All right. Paul James Ford, in 21 years of age to buy alcohol in the state. It's the age for every state since 1987 due to the pressure of the U.S. empire government. In Louisiana, it used to be 18. It's the age to buy alcohol. Louisiana it's not the age to drink, but I better not say too much. All right, anyway. So we know which is which. I know this is the caliber by virtue of aroma. And it is. It's got a letter C below. Caliber. All right. Put tags. All right. Now the taste. Yeah, wow. 21 years old in every state to buy liquor. Buy. I say buy. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's smooth. There's no bite to it. Canadian whiskey with natural flavors. And it's not fake. I see these people crack me up. They're on the internet, on YouTube, talking about, oh, don't trust that. Natural flavors aren't natural. I'm like, where did you get this idea? You ever heard of artificial flavors? Those aren't natural. There's a distinction. Natural comes from nature. Artificial comes from a concoction using chemical food chemistry. But you can't argue with them. You know what I mean? They're just never going to, they'll just say, yeah, but you're wrong. I'm not wrong. I have the FDA.org literature. You want to read it? But you can't trust them. You know, I'll say, okay. Can't argue with them. You just can't. Yeah, it's like vanilla almond extract, sweet corn, like like a oak barrel, but no char. Like forget that. But there's something I can't put my finger on it. I don't know. It's definitely confectionery though. But so if you're not into like sweet vanilla, sugar, cane, rock candy, caramel, toffee oriented vanilla, almond oil type things, yeah, flee from it. But if you are, and you like smooth things that are mild and easygoing, yeah, it's going to work. I wouldn't give it for a wedding gift. I've been saying this in videos lately, but for something like this utility, basic utility, a utility whiskey, if you want to call it that, that's like grades of meat. There's a grade of U.S. meat called utility grade. It's fine. If you want to learn a lot about meat, it's fascinating to read the United States Department of Agriculture's chapter on meat grading from the United States Meat Inspection Act, how they grade meat. It's never changed since like 1906. They got prime, which is only sold in restaurants. A grocery store or a butcher shop can't get prime. They get choice. That's the second level. Still very nice. And it goes down to what? Select, USDA Select. And then the bottom is utility. That's not the bottom. That's the bottom of what they put in the packages. Below that is canner. But you know what it's based on, huh? Anybody know? Is it based on the quality? Yeah, but it depends how you look at quality. What do they base those grades on? Like prime cuts of meat. You'd be shocked to know. All right. So do I like Caliber? I do. Do I adore it? I don't adore it. I adore the price. I adore the price. $5 for a handle, but the normal price $10.96. But it'll take me my lifetime to drink these two. I think it'll take a lifetime. People say if you keep doing these taste challenges, it won't be that long. Well, you shouldn't have bring up that. All right, now yeah, well, okay. This video is sort of like telling you what you know already. The Crown Royal XO is clearly a lot better. It's charred oak, it's deep, rich, savory, whiskey soaked oak barrels. It has complexity, not complexity above its price point. You know what I'm saying? Like you pay $35 and it's kind of complex up to that level, $35. But has some rye spice to it. You can believe that they use 50 different whiskeys and all of that. So it is a gift type. It's the kind of product you would give as a gift. It looks pretty. It's heavier bottle. It's elegant. Excuse me. Choked on my own whiskey. Comes in a nice gray Confederate States of America type gray and gold bag. Uh-oh. I'm a kidder in all seriousness. But so it would be something, and it comes in a beautiful box. It'd be something to give for a gift. Caliber. I mean, what kind of gift are you going to give with this? Like, you got out of prison? I mean, that sounds terrible, but you know what I'm saying? I mean, what would you give that a gift for? All right. You made it through a week of work. So, it's doable. All right. And enjoyable. Actually, it is enjoyable. I sound like I'm slamming it, just dogging it to get cheap laughs. I'm not doing that. Really, I'm not. I'm just trying to like put a perspective on it. And I don't know how to do that really quite with that product. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think about it. But you know, the funny thing is, like you said, that's some inner city whiskey. Yeah, but I never see it in the inner city. And I do shop at stores like that just to find unusual products. So I never see it in the hood, as people say, or inner city. I don't see that. I see well, you know what I see in the inner city? I see stuff like Jack Daniels, Jim Beam, doggone Kentucky Dale whiskey. Um a lot of Kentucky Dale, yeah, I see that. I see like Skull Vodka, Hennessy. Some like off-brand cognacs like Salignac. But I don't really see. I just see Crown Royal, like literally Crown Royal. I just see regular Canadian whiskey. So I don't know. Yeah, I mean, of course you see Mogan David, or as people call it, Morgan David, uh, Wild Irish Rose, and doggone MD 2020 and that kind of thing. But never Caliber. I never seen that. No, in inner city. You put some Coke Zero in it, and you can drink anything. You can't say that on the new. I went to a whiskey festival in Birmingham, United Kingdom last year, and tasted a Rosebank 30 whiskey. I'm not a big whiskey drinker, but it was the smoothest whiskey I have ever tasted. It was 2,500 pounds a bottle. Oh, ha, ha. That's all I would do is taste it also, Paul James, unless somebody donated one to me. FD says inner city liquor stores might even sell home brews or purple drink, which I wouldn't recommend you review. No, I might review their bags of pork cracklings. But not chitlin or tripe. I saw somebody asking for that. Chitlins and tripe. I'm just not a gut eater. I must be Jewish. All right. I don't know it. My second cousin is, though. And that's the truth. All right. Anyway. Well, Crown Royal XO. If you're like kind of a hobbyist in the sense that you like to try different whiskeys, you just like to say, oh, let me try this, let me try that. Yeah, you do need to buy it. I would say yes. If you compartmentalize like I do, and you say like America, you do USA products, and then you say Canada, do their products, Ireland, do their products, Scotland, do their products. If you go through that kind of progression, if you get to Canada and you say do their products, yeah, you got to do the Crown Royal XO. You just got to do it. It'd be like saying I'm going to do German beer, and I'm not going to do Lowenbrau. Well, why? It's been around like hundreds of years. Well, I don't know. I'm just not going to do it. Yeah, but I mean, it's like a very famous German beer, Lowenbräu. You got to do it. Lion brew is what it means in English. So, it'd be like that. You got to do Beck's. You got to do Lowenbräu. And so if you're going to do Canadian whiskey, you got to do Crown Royal, for good or ill, mostly for good, I think. And you got to do the XO. I'm unanimous in that. All right, Crown Royal XO versus Johnny Walker Blue Label. Well, that wouldn't make any sense because that's cross-styling. That's doing a Canadian blended versus a Scotch blend. For these people, boy. Hold on a second. Hello? That's all right. Look, let me call you back in 5 minutes. All right, bye. Said my second cousin is Jewish, and she was playing mahjong Well, it's funny how those things work out. But anyway, Crown Royal XO versus Johnny Walker Blue Label. They're both blended. They're both blended, yes. But one is Canadian and one is Scotch. You say, well, they're both Commonwealth countries. King Charles III is the King of Scotland and Canada. Yeah, but that's no sense to that. I mean, one is Scotch and one is Canadian whiskey, and so I'm not going to cross them. Beck's is a brand I haven't seen in years. I still see it, yeah. Blended whiskey versus blended whiskey, right? I get that. I get it. But I don't want to get too, wiggle waggy. All right, so final assessment. Caliber, it's worth buying, but I wouldn't, get too excited about it. And the Crown Royal XO is definitely worth buying, and I would get excited about it, and I am excited about it. And it's a clear winner. It's the clear winner. So, it's like you say, well, who thought it was going to lose in this battle? Nobody. Is it really worth the extra $29? Well, that depends how you balance it out. It's all about trade-offs. If you're just using it for utility purposes, no, it is not. But if it's something you really want to try, yeah, it is. So it's a balancing act. Take that as you want to take it. But I think most people have an intelligence level that could, work through that. Geopolitics at play here, right? Fleischmann's beats all, says Adtodase Lahe. Yeah, Fleischmann's. I actually have never had Fleischmann's, but I know where to buy some of the Fleischmann's products. All right, thanks. Got to go return this call. Bye-bye. See y'all soon.